Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. Today on the channel, we are going to be testing a tried and true product that's over 100 years old. Now, usually I only review new gear on this channel because I'm a bit of a tech head, but occasionally something comes along every once in 100 years that happens to have been around for 100 years that has just stood the test of time and is quite possibly one of the most reliable tools that you could have in a grid down prolonged situation where you are going to be off grid for an extended period of time, and that is the one and only Kelly Kettle. I'm going to tell you why this is so unique. It's not just a normal kettle, I assure you. So let's get to it. Yes, I know my gloves don't match. That's just how we do things up here in the north. So the Kelly Kettle is an innovative concept. It kind of blends two things together. You have your pot or your kettle and your stove all in one. And how it works is it uses a wood gas effect. There's a hollow chamber in here that you put your water into. We're going to put a fire under here, and when that fire starts burning, the flames are going to come out the top, and it's going to heat that entire chamber in 360 degrees. So you can see it's totally hollow. You can barely see that there's an inner chamber where the water is being stored. And it's actually not that thick of a chamber, which is why it has to be so big, right? It's actually really lightweight. So most pots, when you put the pot on the fire, it's only heating it from the bottom. It's not heating it around all the sides. And for that reason, this is one of the fastest ways to boil water on the market from a biofuel stove. A biofuel stove just means that you're going to be able to use sticks, twigs, and stuff on the ground. Now, it's not going to be the most convenient stove. I've done an in-depth video on stoves, comparing all different types from multi-fuel stoves to wood gas stoves to bioelectric or thermoelectric stoves. You name it, we've reviewed it on this channel. There's always going to be a trade-off between mechanical and digital technology and more analog stuff like this. Analog stuff like this is going to last a long time. It's going to be simple. It's going to be reliable. There's no moving parts. If you get yourself one of those fast isobutane stoves, works amazing for day trips. It's silent, it's clean, it's stealthy. Well, not entirely stealthy. It still makes a bit of noise, but it doesn't smell as bad. Something like this, it's going to take a little bit more work, but this is just built to survive the apocalypse. So if I could only take one stove with me for the apocalypse, it would either be a firebox stove, a flat folding firebox, which is basically going to last forever, or it's going to be a Kelly Kettle, because with the Kelly Kettle, you also get your pot, and it's lightning fast in terms of the heating. I've been reluctant to pull the trigger myself on this product. We did finally just get them in the store at CanadianPreparedness.com because I knew it was such a great product that had very good reviews over the years. So let's just shut the hell up and let's get this fire started, and we'll boil some water and we'll show you how it works. There we go. All right, so all we're gonna do, first we're gonna get our hands warmed up a little bit here. We're using the ultimate fire tinder to light this fire. All we have to do now, we're gonna sit this right on top there, just like that. And now that's gonna start to roar. There is a hole on the side here that you can't see that you can feed stuff in through the bottom, but ideally that's not what you want to do. The great thing with this is that when you put the wood in there, it stands up vertically. So that's going to allow it to burn really fast. Because there's a lot of nice hot air in there, it's going to preheat a lot of the wood that's in there, and that is going to allow it to burn very clean. So right now you're seeing a lot of smoke out of there, but eventually it's going to start burning a lot cleaner. So it is not going to take long to get a boil with this thing at all. So right now the base is starting to heat up, so it's sliding around on us. You're definitely going to need a stable platform for this, but the base that they provide you is flatter than most. Now you can cook food on top of the kettle. What you will probably want to do is get the hobo stove attachment for this, which actually sits on the base, on the bottom here. I don't want to pull this up right now because obviously it's burning. Yeah, you're going to want to get some of the accessories if you're going to want to be frying stuff or actually boiling pots of water on top of this. It's not very good at that, to be brutally honest. There is an attachment you can put on the top, but in order for that to be effective, you really need to keep this fire raging. This is the 1.6 liter base camp version. So this is the biggest version they offer. So 1.6 liters of water, which should be more than sufficient. And because it boils water so quickly, if you need to, if you have a large camping party, you could boil a lot of water in succession. We could start throwing a bit more fuel in there. I've been using the fuel pretty sparingly so far. Now, obviously today, as you can see, I have pre-cut wood for this thing. You can use anything, you know, brush like this, various tinder that you're gonna find on the ground. That's the whole idea with this, twigs, sticks. We're getting a lot of black smoke because the wood that I'm using is birch, and birch can burn pretty dirty because of all the oils in the bark. I wanna show you guys this beaver throw. It's something which I'm gonna be able to use out in the woods. It was made for me by Fernand, the furred guy. I can use this as a sleeping mat. I can use it to sit on. It's very warm. It's gonna last forever. And it's just a great mat to have around the campsite, especially in the winter time. We're pretty much at a boil now, I'd say. Now it does come with this rubber plug that you can put over the top when you, I think this might be silicone actually. It doesn't screw on. Otherwise, that would make it a pressure cooker. And if there was water in there and you started lighting a fire in here, it could potentially explode. So for legal liability, they don't provide you with that option. Yeah, so we have reached a boil. Even in these very challenging circumstances, we're able to get a boil with a relatively quick speed, I would say. It fell over once. It's on a very awkward angle here. We're trying to get you guys a good angle so you can actually see what's going on. One thing I would like to see on this is some way that that base can actually connect to the kettle. So when you lift it up, all the wood doesn't fall out. Because if I was to lift this up right now, all the wood that's burning in there vertically is going to spill over. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So it'd be nice if there was a way that the base could clip on and adhere to the Kelly Kettle. And that's how I thought it worked originally when I seen the images and videos of it. But as you can see, when you lift this thing up, and if you lift that up right now like that, what's going to happen is you're going to burn your hand. The more you tilt it up on the bottom there, the more airflow goes through and the faster it's going to burn, just like a rocket stove. So once this thing gets raging, it really, really gets raging. It's very important, guys, that you get out there and you use your gear in the field. It's just going to make it easier if you have to use it in an emergency. If you've already done that trial run, if it's become second nature and you don't have to master those motor skills on the spot. I've been fasting all day and I've been waiting for this moment. So I'm going to bust out some Mountain House scrambled eggs. All you got to do is pour hot water in it. It's a really good prepper food because you don't need much. You just need boiling water. Crazy cooking or anything like that. Now, in order to do this, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to pull that off of there. As you can see, it's still obviously got a little fire going and I don't want to burn my beaver pelt, so I'm going to move that back. And so in order to pour this, you can use this chain, just like so. And that's basically how it is. Now, they say when you have it on the fire, you want to make sure that there's water in it because it could potentially warp or damage the inner chamber. So you only want to have a fire in this if there's water in it. The spout, I think, could be tweaked a little bit. I think it could be more of a spout shape. You know, I understand they're trying to be minimalist and achieve the simplest style of design. And another thing that's not a huge deal breaker, but, well, I guess this chain makes a little bit of noise when it moves, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But, like I say, not a deal breaker. All right, so we are going to be having a Boxing Day sale this year, and you can get one of these Kelly Kettles from CanadianPreparedness.com. We are going to be doing 12% off the entire store. Last time I'm able to do anything like this because, of course, inflation is killing us. But we're trying to do what we can to get people the high quality products they need. Let me know if you have any questions about the Kelly Kettle in the comments section below. I'll do my best to answer them with my limited experience with the product, but something like this is gonna last forever. You can't go wrong with it. So let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out. Absolutely delicious. When you're out here and your feet are freezing and you've had a few things go wrong, there's nothing like a hot meal. Keep you going. Gotta enjoy every moment while we can. This may well be the peak of the human species. It's quite possibly all downhill from here. So enjoy the days. Enjoy the good times while they last.